These are the guys of Clay Terrace, some of whom belong to the local crew CT3, and violence in the neighborhood has claimed some of these young men, like Dominic, known to everyone as Damo. He had been trying to get out of the hustle, and only a few months earlier, with his face covered, talked to me about the violence on the streets.
It's crazy, man. So crazy.
Keith Tyreek Cunningham, known just as Cunningham to the guys, has been working to help steer them away from the violence. But Damo's death illustrates just how hard that is in some of these neighborhoods surrounding Washington, D.C.
He was a young man who was pretty much had stated to me on several instances, one instance being just the day before his death, that he was tired. You know, he had asked me to definitely speak to the young guys to try to curtail some of the violence that was going on.
Damo died a violent death. He was strangled right in his neighborhood of Clay Terrace, a tight-knit community. And unfortunately for the residents, Damo's death is one of many violent acts to hit the area. Another young man who spoke with me was shot along with two young ladies just after Damo's death, which is why Cunningham spends as much time as he can with the guys in Clay Terrace. There is a sense that they feel forgotten. They call their spot Little Afghanistan, and the murder of Damo just exemplifies these feelings.
He's a young man who had just recently turned 22, but he had stopped smoking. He was cleaning himself up. He was trying to get a trade. He had joined Job Corps, and he was taking care of his young son.
Damo had a young baby son he was taking care of, who will now grow up without a father. In Clay Terrace, there are a lot of young men without father figures. There are a lot of young men looking for jobs and a way out of the hood. For some, they feel trapped by their situation and the violence. Derek Odom, known as DJ, is looking for something more. He's looking for happiness, and Damo's death hit him hard.
I just was sitting outside, we was laughing together. So just to hear that, you get on Facebook, you feel people, rest in peace Damo, rest in peace Damo, bring you to tears in an instant.
For DJ, the violence is a reality of his neighborhood that he is sick of. So he is in attendance tonight in a community meeting. Future D.C. Mayor Vincent Gray organized tonight's meeting in response to Damo's death and the violence in the neighborhoods. With a panel of some of the area's most powerful city officials, including the chief of police, residents and community organizers like Cunningham are able to talk face-to-face with those in power about the problems. And DJ is here to speak his piece.
He's a young man that just wants more for himself. You know what I mean? To have a job and to feel scared when trying to go to that job or come from that job, that in itself is a fear. And that's a fear that no man, no woman should have to live with.
The speakers are emotional. Many victims of violence found it hard not to vocalize their concerns and their anger at the police, as well as the youth who caused so much of the trouble in their streets. But Cunningham spoke of the need for more youth to stand up and talk.
I walk to work. I'm scared every day I step out of the house. Wherever I go, I'm scared.
DJ's frustration is felt by many who want to better their lives, but who get caught up in the violence just because of where they live. Seen by rival gangs as a target because of living in Clay Terrace, DJ has been chased just on his walk to and from work. Tonight is his night to tell the community that he is fed up with it.
I could go anywhere else, like in Maryland or Virginia. I feel like the safest person in the world. I don't even want to come back home. I wish I could live somewhere else like that.
Try to offer some type of resolution based upon what the citizens and the community and themselves are looking for and what they feel is warranted.
With the area's leaders listening, the question on everyone's mind is what will come of this meeting. Cunningham was adamant that the young people he worked with show up tonight to speak their mind, but only a few did.
I've never been one much for saying to save the one youth because we got so many youth out here. And for so long it's been people saying if we could just reach one, we've done a good job. And a lot of people get real lax on that. And I can't take just one. If I got 20, I need at least 12 of them. So that's why I put my all into this.
With his young daughter in arms, Cunningham is talking to a local council member to work on bringing some safety back to Clay Terrace, so young men like DJ can walk to work without fear. And tonight, DJ met several people who want to help him with employment opportunities.
It's crazy that kids give up, because they want what other kids got. You're not going to have it, but at the same time, you can get it. You don't have to be beefing, you don't have to be selling drugs, you don't have to be shooting. You can get out here and be successful. You get out here and find a job.
While DJ is being proactive in trying to better his life and set an example for his 4 younger siblings, many his age, living in the hood around him, didn't show up to tonight's meeting. Perhaps they didn't feel anything would be accomplished, but it is their voice that needs to be heard.
I think the event itself in totality was a strong event. I wish we'd have had more outwardness as far as the youth themselves speaking, because I feel that in being a major problem with the youth themselves, a lot more should have been heard and spoken from.
But some, like DJ, are standing up so that no more of his friends, or as he says, family, die on the streets outside their homes.